Thank you for tuning in to tonight's game. Your game is coming up next. But here's some information from the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
6 easy ways to become an MVP. And by MVP, we mean most valuable parent. Like all of us, the parents of high school athletes tend to protect their children from adversity, or they overly involve themselves by advocating for their success. But when they do, they're negating the value of participating in high school sports. Among other lessons, high school sports teach teenagers to take nothing for granted, how to overcome obstacles, and that an extraordinary commitment of time and effort is required in order to reach goals and experience achievement. High school sports also encourage independence and self-sufficiency, attributes that are needed to be successful in life. It's natural for parents to love their children, and it's important to support them in as many ways as possible. With this in mind, here are 6 easy ways that you can be the MVP of your child's high school team. Number 1, attend your children's games as often as possible. Nothing demonstrates interest and involvement more than being there. And be sure to invite Grandma and Grandpa to come along with you. Number 2, cheer for all the kids on the team, not just your own. Here's a test for you. Do you know all the players on your child's team? Could you say hello to them by their first name? Embracing the entire team is a great way to show that your interest is sincere. Number 3, be a resource for your child's team. Does a teammate need help with transportation? Is the team trying to raise money for new uniforms? Is someone needed to organize a pizza party before the tournament starts? Maybe you can help. Number 4, try not to criticize the coach or the officials in front of your child. Hey, you're human, and there may be times when you need to vent, but be careful when and to whom you do it. Criticizing the coaching staff undermines its credibility and tends to put your child in the middle. And games are seldom won or lost because of an official's call. Remember, coaches and officials are objective. Most parents are not. Empower your child to talk with the coach about concerns. Everybody wants more playing time, and understandably so. But encourage your children to have that conversation with their coaches instead of you doing it for them. Giving teenagers the confidence and conviction to speak up for themselves is one of the greatest benefits of participating in high school sports. Number 6, focus on the life lessons your children are learning, not on win-loss records or how many points they're scoring. According to the NC2A, only about 2% of all high school athletes win a sports scholarship, and the average value of it is less than $11,000. But every child will benefit from the lessons they've learned as a result of participating in high school sports for the rest of their lives. It's difficult being the parent of a high school athlete. There's far more emotion and social pressure involved than is ideal. But if you follow these 6 pointers, not only will your children love and respect you, but so will their teammates and coaches. And you might even be named MVP. Thank you for your support of high school athletics in Indiana. Stay tuned now. The Indiana SRN game is next. Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
A pleasant good evening, everyone, and welcome to another exciting edition of Indiana High School Basketball here on Indiana SRN. Jimmy Cook alongside the coach, Keith Myers.
Good evening.
Coach, we're running a tad behind tonight, but that's okay because there's some quality JV action, a little bonus coverage for our viewers right now.
Yeah, score 49. It looks like 43-47. Covenant Christian in the lead with 1:04 left, but a little bonus coverage. But stay with us because we got a doozy of a game, Jimmy. Greenwood Christian 1-0, Covenant Christian 1-0. Last year, this game came down to the fourth quarter. Greenwood Christian steals one at Covenant Christian's place, 53-61. If you remember, we had the game. Covenant Christian up by 14 at halftime and cruising, and all of a sudden Greenwood Christian puts a zone on, and Covenant Christian forgets the score.
Yeah, it's one of those weird situations where if you were just a casual viewer of high school basketball in the state of Indiana, you might look at something as trivial as, oh, this is a Class 1A team, this is a Class 2A team. The Class 1A team should probably win out. Well, that's not the case, and on top of that, the margin for error is significantly smaller between 1 and 2 as it is, say, 1 and 4. To that point, Greenwood Christian Academy not only won last year, they won the year before that as well. So the only two meetings between these two programs, Coach, and it's been the 1A school that has come out on top.
And I think a lot of it is if Greenwood Christian, the success factor they had at 24-1 last year, almost winning a regional, probably was the team to beat in 1A state championship. So we'll just crown them as state champions because we're going to crown Covenant Christian the same way because we felt they were on that same path. But success factor, there are only there may be 60 students difference between both of these schools. So, this is a very good 1-2 matchup, 8-9. If you read the Twitter that we had, and we'll see what happens. Who's going to prevail? We'll find out in a couple minutes.
Yeah, as Coach alluded to, it's a battle of two top 10 teams in their respective classes. As 9th ranked in Class 1A, Greenwood Christian Academy, and your home team tonight take on 8th ranked in Class 2A and visiting Covenant Christian Warriors. We're going to step away for a little bit, but don't go anywhere. Stay tuned to this JV bonus coverage action between the two schools. Coach and I will be back in a little bit to bring you the varsity tip between Greenwood Christian Academy and Covenant Christian. That's right here on Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game. And a pleasant good evening, everyone, and welcome to another exciting edition of Indiana High School Basketball here on Indiana SRN. And boy, do we have a fun one for you tonight. A battle of two top 10 teams in their respective classes, as out of Class 1A, the 9th-ranked Greenwood Christian Academy Cougars and your home team this evening do battle against the 8th-ranked out of Class 2A Covenant Christian Warriors. Covenant Christian comes in 1-0 on the season after defeating Roncalli 70-59 in their season and home opener back on December 5th. Meanwhile, the Greenwood Christian Academy Cougars host a 1-1 record to their name, losing at Greenwood 54-35 back on the 28th of November, but winning at University 57-51 on December 4th. So after two road games to open the season, going 500 during that stretch, as I bring in my partner in crime, the coach Keith Myers. Coach, Greenwood Christian Academy looking to get above 500 for the first time this season and do so in their home opener on the calendar year.
And you look at their 1-1 record, Greenwood, a rival, a very good team this year. Joe has got another good team down in Greenwood. But, you know, you defeated University, a conference opponent, a team that knocked you out of conference play last year, and the only team you lost to last year. You defend that 57-51 at University. So first game they get to play at home. New athletic director, new style of play, and Johnny Marlin's team's going to be pretty good, I think, because if you look at last year, at 24-1, we really thought that they probably could win the 1A state championship.
Yeah, in the moment, obviously so, and the listeners at home know this as well. There were so many other pressing matters at the time during the onset stages of the pandemic that you didn't really get a chance to fully grasp what was lost outside of the ability to play the game they love for all kids across the state of Indiana and across the country, really. But when you focus it on each team and take a deep dive into their respective schedules, you're right, Coach, a team that lost one game all year, that had already captured their sectional championship, and as you mentioned, were well on their way in the regional round, and then have that ripped away from them, unable to compete for a state title that you know so many kids appreciate and relish that opportunity when lacing up and headed to the hardwood. So that's really tough. You lost 3 or 4 seniors in that time span also due to graduation, but a really tight-knit group mixed with a solid representation from the senior class this year, but also good juniors as well that are ready to take another bite at the apple and try to capture a state title.
And you can almost say the same thing at Covenant Christian. Covenant Christian beating their foes in their sectional, Howe, Park Tudor, and Heritage Christian, to win their sectional, well on their way. A lot of people felt that they could win their regional, felt like they could win their semi-state, might have got to the state championship game. You know, there was 32 teams left before we cut this off. You know, you can't give 32 state championship trophies, but, man, you can recognize those teams. And Covenant Christian just regroups, sets up, and both these teams are loaded. It should be a fun game. Last year, this game was a 14-point game at halftime. Greenwood Christian makes a great run, changes their defenses, and wins this game 61-53. So, you know, Covenant Christian, and I talked to Scott Platt today, he goes, we went 8 minutes without scoring. That's a whole entire quarter, folks. And it was the third quarter where Greenwood made a big difference and pulled away to win that game. Yeah,
and we talked about this a little bit in our early stages when we were giving you the bonus coverage in the JV game. Ordinarily, if you were just a casual fan of high school hoops, you might look at it and see it's a Class 1A team versus a Class 2A team. You might think, well, the 2A team should win out more often than not. But the gap between Class 1A and Class 2A is so much smaller than it is between Class 1 and Class 4.
Yep.
And to that point, Greenwood Christian Academy leads this series in their only 2 meetings the last 2 years. They win on the road, and they win at home 2 years ago. This is a Greenwood Christian Academy team that's very, very tough in their own right. We know on the Covenant Christian side of things that Trey Flatt has gotten a lot of pub across the state. This is senior season. Who are you looking for, though, on the Greenwood Christian side of things?
Well, I love McCorkle. I think Styles is a good kid, 6'5", got great hands, can shoot in, can shoot out. He will make the difference because, we'll look at the keys of the game real quick for Covenant Christian. They have to put ball pressure on. They got to contain him. They are very concerned with Styles, McCorkle. The tempo has to be Covenant Christian's tempo, and they only know one place, and that's drive it high. And then they have to execute their defense, and they got to be ready for their zone. We'll get back with the Greenwood keys when we come back. You're watching Indiana SRN, and you're watching high school basketball.
In today's fast-moving business world, effectively marketing your company takes hard work, creativity, and the right team. With over 40 years of experience, PIP has been enabling companies large and small to find success in achieving their business objectives. We understand the challenges our clients face. That's why we have a variety of print solutions suited to fit your every need. Whatever your printing request may be, from a quick turnaround on a company brochure for an upcoming trade show, a direct mail piece that needs to be designed, printed, and mailed, to complex marketing projects, PIP is sure to have the right print solution for you. Nothing grabs attention like a well-crafted sign. It can transform virtually any surface into an eye-catching experience, boosting your marketing appeal. From banners, posters, floor graphics, and window decals, to wayfinding and yard signs. We not only help with sign design and getting it installed, we also integrate them into your overall marketing strategy, designed to help you win. PIP also provides best-in-class integrated marketing solutions to help you make the most out of your next campaign. Our approach to marketing ensures that your strategy is seamlessly executed across all media, online and offline, so your business always looks its best. At PIP, we understand it takes a team to achieve business growth, and that's why we're here to help. Get to know PIP and let us make your world a better place.
Hey, it's Keith Myers from Indiana Sports Radio Network. Well, thank you that you're watching the game tonight on Indiana SRN. If you would like to know more information about Indiana SRN, send me an email, coach@indianasrn.org. As vice president of this company, we hope that you sit back and enjoy the game. It's Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
Welcome back to Greenwood Christian Academy. Jimmy Cook alongside the coach, Keith Myers. We've left you on the edge of your seat for far too long. It's time for the back end of Coach's Keys of the Game. Coach.
Keys of the Games, by the way, brought to you by our good friends at Summers Heating and Cooling. Ball security is the key for Greenwood Christian. They got to take care of the ball inside the paint. Battle of the boards, they got to win that, and then they have to shoot free throws very well, and they have to shoot high percentage. Coach Marlin told me he would like to be at 90% tonight. Boy, they go 90% on free throw. They should win this game. Limit transition points, and they are concerned with the player number 3, Trey Flatt. He thinks if the redheaded kid gets fired up, he could carry this team to a victory. And, you know, Jimmy, we talk about Greenwood Christian, and we talk about how old I am. Greenwood Christian's athletic director played basketball for me in 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, and his high school year. He is now the athletic director, has a son, has a wonderful wife. He is watching this game on his big screen TV. Shout out to Devin. Shout out to Catherine. I hope the baby's asleep. You got your popcorn, you got your Coke, because this is going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be a fun one tonight. Quickly running through the starting lineups. First for the visiting Warriors of Covenant Christian, led by senior guard Trey Flatt, number 3. Listed at 6 foot. The other guard, a 6 foot senior, number 14, Brian Lomax. Another guard, a 5'9 senior, number 20, Micah Wilson. Number 22, Caleb Crane, a 6'1 senior. And number 23, Brock Buckley, a 6'4 junior, coached by Scott Flatt in his 16th year, 167 and 173. For the Greenwood Christian Academy Cougars, Blaine Shoemaker, a 6'3 sophomore. Number 21 on your screen, Shane Schwaker, a 5'10 senior. Number 22 on your monitor, 5'7 senior Evan Stinnett. Number 31, number 33, a 6'8 forward, and a junior, Isaiah Davis. And rounding them out, number 40, and our player to watch for tonight from Greenwood Christian Academy, a 6'5 senior, Styles McCorkle. Head coach is Johnny Marlin, 54 and 23 in his 4th season. Ball is tapped, controlled, and taken by Covenant Christian in green on your screen. And a nice drive and a layup just off the mark taken by Brian Lomax. Of course, Greenwood Christian Academy in the white unis. That ball went out of bounds, last touch by Covenant Christian. And we'll get our first look at the Cougars on offense.
Man-to-man defense, pressure. You gotta control the pace here.
Stinnett got a nice screen, a heavy screen there from Davis.
No harm, no foul there, buddy.
On the baseline, look clean to me. In the corner, 3 in the air. 3 well off the mark, bounced off of the chest of Davis. It'll go back to the Warriors.
Davis had a nice pick. The good thing, like that's legal, Jimmy, he didn't move.
Didn't move.
He ran right into it.
Stayed straight up. Did not shuffle the feet. Unfortunately, the Cougars unable to get a basket out of it. We talked a lot on this pregame regarding both these teams a year ago. As a 3 in the corner, great ball movement. The shot will not go. Davis thought he had the board, flat everywhere for it, and he's got to pick up a personal foul, says the trailing official. But as I was mentioning, we hit on it in pregame, as that's Flatt's first and the first on the Warriors. Both these teams a year ago were very, very, very close to what they felt like and what a lot of pundits across the state felt like were going to be championship seasons.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And here's the thing. They've played so well down the stretch, both of these teams, that, they were just unstoppable. It's amazing how the play was. And now you can see in this game, we played 50 seconds and 2 turnovers and a lot of nerves.
Styles McCorkle features a trap. Almost stolen away. But they just tap it out of bounds instead, and here come the Cougars. Able to cleanly get it up the floor this time. As the senior in Stinnett has it at the top. He tried to kick it in the corner. Extra pass. Cougars getting very lucky that wasn't stolen away. That 3's up in the air and off the mark. Rebound tracked down and secured by Lomax. He'll push up ahead. A lot of risky passes by both teams here early. Lomax. Feeds left side. A little mid-range action for Michael Wilson. The senior strikes first. Belongs to Covenant Christian. I'm sure you've already noticed this, but it looks like there's a minus sign next to the numbers. All right. That pass out of bounds. And it's 2-0 for Covenant Christian. Able to get our score bug adjusted, set and ready to go. Flat at the top, dishes, Buckley, 3, good. 5-0 Warriors.
How about Buckley not even put the dribble down on the floor, just put it up and knocked it down.
Great catch and shoot look for him. Up the way, Stinnett leaves it baseline. Davis puts it up, puts it in. Cougars on the board for the first time tonight. Pacing, as you mentioned, Coach. Warriors want to go, want to move. Buckley at the elbow. Extra pass, Flat, all alone for 3. Not the man you want to leave all by himself. Makes him pay for his first basket of the night. It's a triple.
Makes it 8-2.
8-2 your score. Wild pass. That's again almost stolen away. Has space to Schwaker. And now it's stolen away.
How about Wilson?
Up the floor. Lomax to the rim, lays it up, lays it in. Might see a timeout from Greenwood Christian Academy here shortly, as it's 10-2. Advantage, make it 12-2 as the Cougars are unable to get it past their own basket, and now a timeout is called by Greenwood Christian Academy. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll stay here. 5:08 left to go in this first quarter. It's a blitzkrieg early. All Warriors.
Yeah, you look at the keys of the games right away. They got to limit their transition points. Well, right away, Covenant Christian has 6 transition points. They got a battle on the line. They haven't had that yet, but ball security has been suspect as well, the timeout. Real quick, the next time that Covenant Christian is on Indiana SRN, it's Saturday. You and I have them at Buff, and then on the 18th against Chittard. For Greenwood, the next time they're on Indiana SRN, January 16th and January 19th. If you like to help with those broadcasts, please contact us at coach@IndianaSRN or hit that donate button right now on our webpage.
Out of the timeout, the Warriors trying to get it across. They have a 10-second count to beat, and I don't think they're going to beat it. Oh, a foul. If that's on Flat, that's his second. It is indeed. The second personal foul on Trey Flat as they were on the verge of forcing a 10-second count against them. But were unable to do so. Subs at the table.
And, if you're Trey Flat, you're going, boy, those are light touches. Usually I knock people over and I don't get.
Yeah, the first one more so than that one. That one felt light. The first one, he was obviously diving for a loose ball and caught the other player's legs, but they'll have him sit with those 2 fouls, and now it's time to see how the Covenant Christian offense and defense runs without one of their senior leaders. Offensive foul is the call on the drive, taking the charge. That time was Brock Buckley. He's got 5 points on the night and a charge drawn to his credit already, Coach.
Yeah, nice. Sit there, sit down. You did a nice job. Get that foul.
Lomax brings it up the floor. Just over 4.5 left to go in this first quarter. Risky pass that's going to be tipped and taken by Wilson. He'll find a man in the corner. Knocking it down is Crane.
They've hit 3 threes, Jimmy.
Caleb Crane puts it in. And 5 different make that. Not just 5 different players, all 5 starters have scored for Covenant Christian.
And the one starter's on the bench with 2 fouls.
It's 15-2. Quick layup inside, misfired, but following his shot was Isaiah Davis. He has the only basket for Covenant Christian tonight, and he'll have an opportunity to earn 2 more points at the charity stripe.
And that foul's on Graham Shelton, who snuck in the game during the timeout.
Yeah, they subbed Shelton in for Flat with those 2 personal fouls. They'll say it's on the floor, which
that surprises me.
Kind of surprising to me the way he was going aggressively at the glass.
Good call.
Cougars have had trouble getting it in. They're able to here, though.
This is the first time Styles has touched the basketball, Jimmy.
It's a good point. McCorkle in the corner in trouble. Has 2 defenders, throws a risky pass that's picked off by Wilson. Wilson up ahead, adjusts, and an offensive foul. Sliding in to take the charge was Cage McCorkle.
Well, tough call.
It's one of those bang-bang plays. It's going to go either way. They get eyeballs. There's a 3-pointer off the mark. It's tapped. Last by the Warriors. It'll stay on this end. Coach, whenever a team is up against a huge deficit like this, when you only have a basket on the board, it can feel insurmountable, but it's only 13 points. I mean, if you're able to lock in a little bit, hit a couple shots, you're right back in this ballgame.
Well, the key here, too, though, you don't panic,
right?
Because it's a long basketball game. You still got quarter left. Oh, but he knocks – well, you say that, but Crane knocks down another 3.
He's now got 6 points, 2 triples on the night. The lead is ballooned to 16 at 18-2. A nightmare start for Greenwood Christian Academy that's finally eased up a bit there with the layup from Styles McCorkle. And an offensive foul. Is that the call, or did it just go out of bounds? Let's see.
I think it went out of bounds.
I want to get clarification on this. All right, just went out of bounds. And they'll inbound it at the baseline. Inbounding it'll be McCorkle.
Oh!
Stinnett in
nice
trouble.
Elbow.
Gets it up ahead. Extra pass, yes. And a 2-handed flush by Isaiah Davis. What a feed and what a presence of mind and vision there by the junior to corral that pass and flush it down with 2 hands.
That gets you kind of excited.
He has 4 of the 6. Loose ball taken away by, looked like it was Stinnett there. They'll move it in the corner. Right side 3 in the air. 3 just off the mark. Rebound secured by Shelton. But now a steal the other way. This one by Davis. Davis looking for help. Dishes. Right side 3 in the air. 3 well off the mark. A rebound, though. Too much mustard on the putback that time by Camden Thompson.
You can hear Scott Flatt in the background go, 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 go.
Got to keep pushing with the tempo. Warriors love fast-paced basketball, and the 5 seconds closely guarded.
Yes, sir.
Man, tell you what, I always admire that call because it means that great defense was played, but boy, you don't see it very often. You very rarely see that call.
Yeah, a lot of officials will give you the count, maybe a 6 count, give you that little stretch and then give you another. But if it's there, you got to call it.
That you do. It's part of the job. Wild pass is knocked out of bounds. Cougars will hold on to it, or try to hold on to it anyway, and they're going to call a late foul. I believe that one is going to go against Crane. Let's see.
No, they're going to call it on 40. McCorkle.
Have him follow the official every now and again to clarify with.
Here's the dunk. Look at this. Two-handed flush. That's how I used to do it in the backyard with the Nerf ball. Thank you.
Warriors.
Got to be strong with the basketball there. You know you're going to get contact.
Flatt on the right side. That's Tony Flatt into the game, the sophomore and brother of Trey. Bounce inside. Tough shot that won't go for Shelton. Rebound taken by the Cougars. They'll look to get it up cleanly this time, something they've struggled with this Warriors defense. Baseline drive, and they'll call a blocking foul on the younger Flatt. That'll be his first.
Tony, the backup quarterback, and was hero of the stop of the 2-point conversion for winning a state championship in football.
Big time. Props deserved there as a steal made by the Warriors. They'll get it up to Tony Flatt. He'll Euro to the rim, misfires. Board secured and taken by Cage McCorkle. And they're going to get Tony Flatt with a blocking foul. So it's just worth being said because it's an anomaly you don't see very often. You have 2 brothers on the floor, or in the game, 4 fouls,
yep.
2 each.
Yep, and we're close to the bonus in the first quarter.
4 of the 6, unfortunately, to the Flatt brothers. But they'll lead those 12, and 9 times out of 10, you're going to take that margin over a couple early fouls here in the first quarter.
But they have been stuck on 18 for a long time.
They have. The door has been there. We talked about it. Greenwood Christian not panicking. They have opportunities to try to cut into this game. Inside, it's been the area where they've had the most success, and they go back to it as McCorkle gets it off the left block. They're within 10.
This was 18-2. Now it's
18-8.
And, again, you got to be sure with the ball, got to catch the ball. You know, you just little things, second game jitters, I guess we'd call it.
Yeah, it's very tough. We talk about all the time having continuity and developing a rhythm. As a nice little Euro step and a layup is made by McCorkle. He scored the last 4. It's an 8-point game. We talk about getting into a rhythm, and, Coach, it's so hard to do that. Another complication with the pandemic, as a Euro answer of his own by Caleb Crane makes it 20-10. It's so tough to develop a rhythm and continuity on both ends of the floor when you're having games postponed left and right.
And you have to sit for 10 days.
Sure. Absolutely. That one from the standpoint of an individual player. No my money, I don't tell you. Makes it a 10-point game. But from a standpoint of an individual player, you're right in the 10-day thing, but I meant more big picture. Because you could lose a player, but if you're not able to play a game, then your team's not flowing.
That's true.
In and out.
No practices, those type of things. Good point.
5
He's going to
seconds
go at
left in the
5.
quarter. Flat. Left side gets it to Crane. Skip pass. That will sound, I believe that's not going to count.
He's going to count it.
It will. They'll put it on the board for Shelton. Our clock looked like there was enough time for him to release it. Let's take one more look. I don't know. We might need a slow-mo look at that, but
Yeah.
real speed, I'm not sure if that one should have gone down. Officials say it does, though. So end of the first quarter, it's a triple to close the quarter for a strong one for the Warriors of Covenant Christian. They lead at 23-10. We'll be back after this on Indiana SRN.
Hey, Kelson Carter here with Carter's My Plumber. Today we're going to take a look at some water heaters and some problems that could be going on and what to do. This is two 75-gallon water heaters. These are high-efficient water heaters, which isn't the case to most houses. Yours may not be like this, but it's very similar if you have a gas water heater. So you have your gas control valves, and a lot of times these need to be set at a certain temperature, so they need to be at 120 degrees. If they're too high, you're taking a chance of scalding seniors or kids. If they're too low, then you're not going to be getting enough hot water. So the average setting is usually on an A or a hot, and you can find that in your owner's manual if you're wanting to look at into yourself. Another thing is the temperature relief valve, which is located right here. If that were to ever be popping off, you really need to get a professional out to take a look. If you feel you need any professional help, just go online to carsmyplumber.com.
Welcome back to Greenwood Christian Academy. Jimmy Cook alongside the coach, Keith Myers. So pleased you've chosen to spend part of your Thursday night with us here on Indiana SRN. Cougars with the basketball as they launch a triple on the far right side. It's off the mark. Rebounded by Lomax, and he'll operate for the Warriors. They led 23-10 to end that first quarter as the score stands right now, trying to add to that. Brock Buckley, the junior, controls the top. Lomax puts it on the deck, lays it up, lays it in.
I like how Lomax took an aggressive move to the basket there.
He's got 4 points on the night. First basket by either team in this quarter. Bumps the lead back to 15. Been as high as 16. Quick shot, quick score for Camden Thompson. The senior is in the scorebook for the first time tonight. On the other end, Ryan Lomax went full speed ahead, as is the name of the game in the Covenant Christian offensive attack. Draws a blocking foul. On Camden Thompson. That'll be his first. He's signed out for the Warriors. I want to remind you, we've got plenty of high school hoops the next couple of days and all season long. For that full rundown of games, go to indianasrn.org for all those times and schedules. As another triple by Graham Shelton, the young man that hit the three-point basket to end that first quarter. He's got 6 on the night. The lead is 16. Cross-court pass, plucked out of the air by Shelton. Up the floor come the Warriors. Layup up, layup won't go.
Too hard.
Rebound corralled by McCorkle. That was Cage on the board. Left side, catch and shoot 3, in transition off the mark, and that rebound is won by Luke Shelton. Cougars have had opportunities, but unable to get anything outside of really 5 to 10 feet go for them, as a drive there by Lomax leads to some free throws. But Coach, yeah, we talked about opportunities necessary for the Cougars to get back into this game. And they have really been able to get good looks, but just unable to knock them down.
Yeah, got to finish. Got to finish at the hoop. Yep. Lomax hit the line for 2.
Shot is up, shot is in. Free throw good for Lomax. 5 points for him. He'll have one more upcoming. Second one, no good. Here come the Cougars. Up the way, layup up, layup in that time by Camden Thompson. 4 points for him. All here in the quarter. An answer on the other end. That one goes to Lomax. He's having himself a quarter. He's had 5 here in the second. The lead sits at 18. Now it's largest of the game. I think that's 17 rather. Still its largest of the game. Layup up, layup in, now 19. The lead continues to grow. Lomax continues to put on a show. Give him 7. An answer the other way. is good. Shoemaker puts it in. Shot off the mark that time by Ashley. Tapped out of bounds. It will stay on this end with 5:12 to go in the quarter. Back into the game is the senior leader of the Covenant Christian Warriors in Trey Flatt. He had 2 quick fouls in that first quarter that sent him to the bench. Looking to make an impact, but luckily Covenant Christian hasn't needed his scoring prowess. Shot in the corner, shot just short. Rebound taken by Shoemaker.
I think this is going to be on Buckley.
I believe you're right. On the drive there was McCorkle.
It's back.
Free throw is good there by Davis. As it stands 33-18. Or make that McCorkle rather, excuse me. They'll walk it up the floor. Thompson has it taken away, and a foul is going to go against McCorkle on a loose ball foul. Be his second, 5th on the team. Any foul the rest of the way on Covenant Christian leads to 1-on-1 opportunities for the Cougars in this first half. Still a foul to give for Greenwood Christian Academy, as a foul is called. So you make that a travel rather on the other end. It's called against Covenant Christian. McCorkle walks it ahead. Little Euro step. They traveled. They'll say travel. Would have been an and-one opportunity. If you're watching the end of the Florida State IU game last night, you'd think otherwise.
What I like about that young man is he asked what he did, and the official, instead of going, didn't talk to him, told him what he did.
Sure.
Took 3 steps.
That's good.
I like that a player goes and asks. Not that they don't complain, he just asks, and that's okay to do that.
Flat at the top. Gives to Crane. Crane inside to Buckley.
Oh.
Off the mark.
Got to be scored to the basket there, son.
Rebound tracked down by McCorkle. Styles will walk it up. In a double team. In trouble. Gives over to his brother Cage. Inside. Cage puts it up off the window. Won't go. Luke Shelton skies high for the board. Here come the Warriors. Extra pass. A no-look variety. Flat to the rim. A lot of contact. Clean rebound secured by Davis.
They're not going to call that underneath, but they'll call that 14, 15,
exactly.
35 feet away from the basket.
That's what's going through Trey Flatt's mind, no doubt.
Exactly, right.
Thompson gives to McCorkle. Inside to Davis. Styles for 3. Off the mark. Rebound 1 by Thompson. He'll Euro through the lane. High off the window and in.
I'll take that anytime.
Caden Thompson, his first basket of the ball game, lead down to 13. A 6-0 run for the Cougars. Warriors looking for some offense. Wilson gives inside to Buckley. Flat, all alone for 3. Long. And the board goes to Davis. Flat provided a little bit of pressure. Had to be careful, though, with those 2 fouls. McCorkle, full head of speed, puts it up. And a blocking foul is called. Will head to the line. Forcing the issue. Styles McCorkle had a travel called on what he thought was a legal Euro step. This time, Does not let that get the better of him. Goes full speed ahead and draws the foul. It's called against Wilson.
Micah Wilson's second foul of the night. There you go.
Got some moisture
How
on the
about Jackson Brew with the hat? Got a round of applause.
There you go. First one on the scene. 2 free throws for McCorkle. That one long. He'll have one more upcoming. Sub at the table. That'll be Zane Shoemaker checking into the ball game. Free throws are split for McCorkle. Nine points for him. Lead is 12. Right side 3 for the Warriors. That's long. They've gone a little bit cold from beyond the arc, but a rebound that time. One power dribble and a little jump shot by Graham Shelton. Shelton did not rush the issue there. He's got 8 points on the evening. McCorkle an answer. In and out on the triple. Davis tried to get the board, could not secure it. Goes out of bounds to the Warriors.
Streaks of scoring a little bit for Covenant Christian. They went really cold for a while. Now have 35. 35 points is half of their average of what they got the other night, and they still got a minute 52 left.
Yeah, fortunately for them, that 18-2 run built such a high mark of cushion that despite these scoring droughts, Greenwood Christian's been unable to turn the script and take advantage.
That's true.
Right side, Shelton will tee up a triple. That one is short. Board to Shoemaker. Quick skip pass, and that's going to be a charge. That's going to be called against
McCorkle.
They'll go against McCorkle. It should be noted, Coach, and again, I tend to favor offense because I enjoy it and it's fun. You do have to give a certain amount of space to the offensive player to have a right to the ball.
By rule, it says you have to have a step. He has to have a step to come down, has to have a step to make a move.
That's a tight step.
That's a type step, I got to admit.
Right side, Shelton for 3. That's where he hit the buzzer beater and the quarter. Yells something towards the only person he could yell to, which is the official. Nothing bad, just getting the hype behind a 3. He's now continuing to add to his totals with 11. Wild shot the other way, and a foul on the floor in transition for Flat.
Let's watch this last play. Here's Shelton. He sets his feet. He knew that was going in, and just I don't know why you.
Like I said, I don't know why he yelled at the official. I think he was used to fans on a road, maybe at home. Right, exactly.
Because they are down at that end. That's correct.
Flat hits the first free throw. He's now got 4. First points of the quarter for him. First point for him of any kind since the early stages of that first quarter, having to sit on the bench for those 2 fouls.
2-minute mark.
Yep. Knocks them both down. Lead is 40-21. A 19-point advantage with just over a minute to go in this first half. Up ahead. Quick pass and a dunk to Davis.
Second dunk of the night.
He's now got 6. Lead down to 17. Shelton baited him on a triple. Instead makes an extra pass. Flat with the pump fake. Tried to feed it inside. And a beautiful find that time for the finish is Brock Buckley. He's now got 7. Long 3-pointers up in the air. Looked like from our vantage point there was a toe on the line. It's a miss anyway. Shelton up the floor. Skip pass. Hesitation. Buckley. One more. Crane for 3. Long. Rebound is taken by Shoemaker. Final 10 seconds. Up the floor they run. Skip pass. Stinnett with 7. Stinnett with 4. Spins, turns, puts it in.
Might have got away with a travel.
And that'll be the final play of that first half. A dominant first quarter for Covenant Christian is responded by a good answer on the offensive end from Greenwood Christian Academy. However, we mentioned it, Coach, that 18-2 run initially established by Covenant Christian has given them enough of a cushion. That was a 16-point margin then. It's a 17-point margin now. The Cougars are still trying to overcome that initial run that the Warriors put together.
Yeah, let's see. You go into halftime, see what's going on, and see what you got to regroup. You got to remember last year, Covenant Christian again had a 14-point lead going into halftime. Let's see what they have in the second half.
We'll take a look at a quick highlight from that first half before we step away. It's that buzzer beater by Stinnett to close out half number one. Again, your score at the intermission: Covenant Christian 42, Greenwood Christian Academy 25. Don't go anywhere. We will have second half coverage for you after this. You're watching High School Hoops on Indiana SRN.
This is a place of becoming. I grew up spiritually here. This place is a gem of Christian community, not just for churches and not just for schools, but for Christians coming together and dialoguing and truly learning and truly engaging culture.
This idea of the relationship with a student and the relationship with God, it's the most important thing in what we do in every single subject that we teach.
We want Covenant to be a place where they are challenged in their faith here in a safe environment where questions are welcome, but we ultimately have faith in the gospel.
The model of Covenant is that all teachers are Bible teachers, that all the teachers are mentors and spiritual leaders. And we've always hired teachers that care immensely about their students, and not just about their intellectual life, but about their spiritual life.
The kind of education that Covenant is providing, both intellectual but also deeply spiritual, practical, theology that changes the way that students live. The gospel is the message that changes everything.
We're not just trying to master the truths, but to receive them that we would be changed.
Do you want to have a thinking faith? Do you want to have a curious faith? How about a charitable faith? We need students who understand their faith, and not who just understand it intellectually, but who have a zeal, a personal zeal for Jesus.
We are pursuing concrete answers to everything always, to be right, but to live in right relationship. Not just be right, but do rightly.
Our model of education, our pursuit of learning, is not just about preparing students to serve, though it is that. It's not just preparing students for rigorous academic endeavors, which we hopefully do that as well. But we know that at the heart of it all, and the thing that matters most to us, is that their lives are changed.
Hi, my name is Chris Cross, and for the last 6 years I have taught elementary at GCA, and I'm currently transitioning into an administrative role. Fourth grade students are often struggling with who they are and how they relate to others. Being an elementary teacher, I have been able to speak God's truth into the lives of students just in an everyday manner. Just for example of tattling or gossiping and going into God's Word and saying, how does this Word, God's Word, speak into this relationship? How do we use it? What do we do? And the greatest thing is that I've seen those kids take those pieces of information, put them into practice, and also teach their other fellow students. Out at recess, I've heard them say, well, what do you think God would say about this? And to me, that's the greatest thing that can happen here.
I'm Sean Branch, and I am entering my 6th year of teaching 6th grade Math, Science, Bible here at Greenwood Christian Academy. I think every teacher in the world wants to have an impactful relationship with each of his or her students. Here at GCA, I get to know these kids. I get to have an impact on their lives because I know what they're interested in, I know what they're passionate about, I understand what they're dealing with and where they're coming from. I've had relationships and communications with their parents, and so I'm able to speak life into them in and out of the classroom, which is a real blessing. As a former student athlete myself, I never thought I would be able to use that part of my journey to impact so many people's lives. But now here at GCA as a coach, I can take my knowledge of sport and use it as a ministry to help these young people.
Learn the story.
Love the story.
Live the story.
There's no greater anti-poverty measure than to give a person a job. That helps them start to change that trajectory.
Morales Group is a full-service staffing company that provides temporary labor in the Indianapolis, Central Indiana market.
It was a challenge that was given by my father. He wanted me to give back much more than I had been. Then I realized that when he said more, he wanted me to see how I could give more. And it wasn't just in money, but in time and in services. And that's how the Morales Group was created.
I started off at Morales Group as an intern. I interned for 3 years before going on full-time staff here. What I love most about Morales Group is that big family aspect. I come from a big family in Mexico, and since the company is continuously growing, I feel like there's always a new member of the family that I get to know.
We're willing to give. We're willing to serve others, and we're not expecting something in return.
Come talk to us. We would love to work with you.
Welcome back to Greenwood Christian Academy. Jimmy Cook alongside the coach Keith Myers. Your score at the break, Covenant Christian on top 42-25. Courtesy really of an impressive 18-2 run they put together in that first quarter. Something they've built off of and currently hold that 17-point lead in their back pocket. And I welcome Coach back into the fray. Coach, it's always my favorite piece of reading material that I look forward to when it comes to action on the hardwood across the state of Indiana in high school hoops, and I'm proud to know they're a halftime sponsor.
You mean my book?
Yes.
But everything I know about basketball. Oh,
secondary.
You're talking about the Hoosier Basketball Magazine.
That I am.
It's the 51st edition of the Hoosier Basketball Magazine. Check it out. It will be available on Christmas Day. You can get it online, or you can follow Hoosier Basketball Magazine at HBB Magazine. It's a great articles about the teams you love and the players you want to follow. Check it out on Christmas Day. And you can get it online. I think you can get it on Amazon on the day after Christmas. Check it out, Hoosier Basketball Magazine. I want to say hello to both athletic directors. Thank you very much to David Piper from Covenant Christian to help us get this broadcast on, and Devin Gray. home, resting, and we want to thank him as well and his staff tonight to make us feel quiet at home right here on Indiana SRN. If you would like to see more games on Indiana SRN, we encourage you to hit that donate button. Every dollar that is brought in, we'll put more games on that Grandma can see. The troops over the Middle East, and just help us out there by hitting that donate button. If you want to know more about us, contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Very excited that we have both of these teams on the network. This is one of 9 games that you will see of Greenwood Christian. Of course, you see all of the girls' games as well as they have a big game Saturday. They play Covenant Christian on Saturday, big game. And, of course, Covenant Christian been with us for 10 years now on the network.
Yeah, we talk about top matchups on the docket, and when you look at this matchup coming in, we know what the margin is right now at 17, but these are 2 top 10 teams in their respective class. And, Coach, as you alluded to before the first half ended, it was as high a margin last year that Greenwood Christian Academy needed to overcome.
Third quarter's kind of rough for Covenant Christian. They got to score some points tonight.
Well, they'll have an opportunity to do so right off the bat as they will start with the basketball to open this second half. Crane has it at the top. Tried to go inside with it. Instead leaves it for Wilson. Micah, little step back. Gives to Trey Flatt. Flatt had 5 in that first half, limited due to foul trouble. 3 in the corners off the mark. Rebound taken by Isaiah Davis.
I don't know if that's the point. I don't know if that's the basket you want to go at. Start of the third quarter. I just don't know.
Stinnett at the top. Flatt able to kind of do it all, but definitely loves that corner 3. 1 for 3 unofficially on that tonight, as Coach mentioned. Right side, shot off the mark. Rebound, Crane. Up the floor to Wilson. Wilson hesitates. Full head of steam, puts it up and in with ease.
How about Micah Wilson? He does that on the football field.
4 points for him in this ball game. Lead now 19 at 44-25.
Want to say hi to Sean Lyons as well, watching this game in St. Louis, Missouri.
Layup up and in for Styles McCorkle. He had 9 in that first half. Give him 11 for the evening. Lead down to 17. Can't gain all that back at once, Coach, if you're Greenwood Christian Academy. But you can get it by consistent play on both ends, starting with a stop or 2. On the drive, Flat off the mark, but following it, that time was Brock Buckley. Give him 9 for the ball game. Lead back to 19. And I believe they're going to call a 5-second count against Greenwood Christian Academy. Coach, they had struggles in that first half trying to get the ball inbounded and get it up the floor. First time we've seen a 5-second count against them, though, tonight.
Well, the second 5-second count, though, we had tonight with the Covenant Christian having one closest guarded and then that one.
On the drive. And 1. Count the basket.
No, it did not go in, Jimmy.
Oh, it bounced out.
It sure did.
That's the advantage point we have. That's my bad. Did bounce out. Shot on the drive there by Brian Lomax. Foul against Evan Stinnett. First free throw up, first free throw in. I can't get this angle right, can I?
No, you don't.
I can't get the angle right.
I'll help you.
Thank you.
Okay, no problem.
1 more up. That one is good. Even I can tell that one went through the bottom of the net.
I love it.
Is 20.
Don't leave your afternoon job.
Pass inside. Tipped out of bounds. We'll stay on this end.
This is a 20-point. It does not seem like a 20-point lead.
No, the way both teams are playing, there's been enough sloppiness to the game that I'm surprised the margin is what it is. All I can do is go back to what we wrote down earlier, as there's a foul away from the basketball. Going to go against Michael Wilson, his 3rd. First on the team. But as I wrote it down, that 18-2 run initially by Covenant Christian is really what reminds you that there should be a sizable lead in this ballgame. Hasn't been enough really on paper to decide that. Moving it around the horn. Left side three in the air. Three through the bottom of the net. Will the basket count? Believe it will. That shot's going to go for Zane Shoemaker. He's got 5.
Saw that mat fall. I thought maybe they were going to not count that basket, but that's a good job.
Yeah, it's happened a couple times.
Ball was released, so that's good.
Flat.
Oh, my.
Puts it up. Can't get it to go.
Force that one.
Rebound. Controlled by the Cougars. They'll get it ahead to Stinnett. Stinnett looking. Now McCorkle has it. Wild pass, thrown out of bounds. Belongs to the Warriors.
That was just frustration. Good defense on the Warriors.
Micah Wilson will walk it up. Give him 4 points on the evening with 5:20 to go in this third quarter. Flat looking for a little bit of help. Gives over to Crane. Lomax, crossover, creates some space, puts it in. No offensive foul.
Are they going to count? They're not going to count the basket.
Not going to count the basket. Sliding in to take the charge. That time was Zane Schwaker.
And Scott Flat is trying to tell the official that he wouldn't cut him under, but no avail.
Like we talked about, like we stress all the time, it's one of those situations where it's a bang-bang call. Sometimes it's just tough on the official. You got to live with what's called on the floor. As that wild pass is stolen away, taken by Wilson. Wilson off a screen, bounce pass, layup up, layup in. Give that one to Caleb Crane. 10 points for him. Lead back to 19. Cougars just lost that one. Flat, extra pass, beautiful tap pass for Micah Wilson. And a timeout taken by Greenwood Christian Academy. Largest lead of the game at 21. Full timeout. We'll take one as well. 4:37 left to go in this third quarter. Don't go anywhere. More after this on Indiana SRN.
Every day, Summers Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling keeps Hoosiers comfortable at home. When you see our bright orange trucks on the road or in your neighborhood, you know the Summers tradition of trust is alive and well. We deliver essential services where you need them, when you need them. We're trusted for quality service at fair prices. Plus, we do what it takes to keep you safe in a time like this. Just call Summers and enjoy the season at home in comfort.
Welcome back to Greenwood Christian Academy. 51-30 your score, a 21-point advantage for the visiting Warriors, ranked 8th in Class 2A. Trying to improve their record to 2-0 on the season. Cougars able to get it in to McCorkle. Styles works and is going to be tied up by Trey Flat. That's going to be his third foul. First of this second half, but third for the game.
I don't think Trey believes that he fouled him. I think he just said, well, I played pretty good defense. You know, the depth of Covenant Christian is probably going to save them a lot of close games just because you get kids in foul trouble and you got 4 or 5 kids that can come off the bench to help you. That's going to help you long in the season.
It's a staggering advantage for them. And if I'm remembering that game correctly last year, obviously it was a very talented Greenwood Christian team, but depth was an issue at times for Covenant Christian. That inconsistency.
And I think that you had to find their identity, and I think they did that at the while, and I think that's why they got on their run.
That shot from McCorkle's off the mark. Camden Thompson tried to create an extra opportunity, but could not do so.
Greenwood
also the foul.
Greenwood also, as our stat guy told me, played a 1-3-1 offense in the second half, and Covenant Christian just couldn't get it done.
Working around the horn, do the Warriors. It's a good point. Flat, top of the key for 3. Off the mark. Rebound. Taken by Wilson, and his shot is good.
I like how Wilson plays the game.
He's got 8 points now. Lead is ballooned to 23, 53-20. Well, we've talked about the rally capabilities of Greenwood Christian Academy, but the further we get into this game, the more they're going to need to break that emergency glass to try to put together something. There's a turnover. There's a layup. Wilson puts it up and in. And another timeout taken by, well, it might be an inadvertent whistle.
Delay a game on Wilson because he didn't let the ball go all the way through the hoop.
Good call, Coach.
Wilson has 8 points this quarter. 10 on the night.
Heck of an outing for him so far. Lead is 25 at 55-30. On the drive that time, I believe that was McCorkle. Led the line for 2 free ones. Correction, that'll be Camden Thompson on the drive. He'll head to the charity stripe. First free throw good.
Tony Flack comes back into the game. I mean, he goes 7, 8, 9 deep.
Yeah, it's crazy. And to do it with that much consistency, you're not just throwing bodies out there. They're bodies that can score for you.
I don't think you lose much at all.
Pair is split. Lead sits at 24. Pass inside. Quick shot up. Quick shot in for Graham Shelton. His first points of this second half.
Quick foul.
I'll go against Luke Shelton, Graham's brother. Quick pass to McCorkle. Corner, 3 in the air, 3 off the mark. Rebound and putback. True for Cage McCorkle. The younger McCorkle brother has his first basket of the ball game. Pressure inside. Warriors looking for a good possession. Had plenty of them tonight. Tony Flatt tried a bounce pass that was tipped out of bounds. McCorkle got his paw on it. He'll stay on this end.
How about the mix match, though? McCorkle at 6'4", Tony Flatt at, 5'11"?
Yep. Quick inbounds to Luke Shelton, and he is on the board for the first time tonight. 26-point lead, largest of the game for the Warriors of Covenant Christian. Flexing their muscles on the road in a series that just has 2 games to its chapters, but 2 games won by Greenwood Christian Academy. Good steal, extra effort, a blocking foul is called. It'll lead to some free throws for Camden Thompson. Give credit to Greenwood Christian Academy, though. They're not toning down on the physicality or the presence of mind to make those key plays. They've had good looks tonight, just the offense not flowing the way they wanted it to. Also give credit to the Covenant Christian defense. First free throw short by Thompson. He split a pair a minute ago. One more for Camden. That one rattles in. Shelton feeds inside. The younger Flat. They're working around the horn. Tony has it now.
I mean, he's playing the post at 5'11". That's funny.
Nobody's afraid to size up down there, Coach.
No.
Flat will hold with a $1:45 left in this third quarter. Jack Fulbright's checked into the game as Covenant Christian empties out the bench a little bit. Jaden Ashley on the drive. He's fouled on the floor. It'll be just the 3rd foul on the Cougars. So it'll be side out. Baseline out, rather. Credit that personal to Evan Stinnett. Lob at the rim. Misfired by Shelton.
He's the backboard. I
know. Forgot that's one of your pet peeves.
Yeah, last night it was on the broadcast. Kurt and Joey remind fans that that's my biggest pet peeve.
Stinnett shot off the mark. Rebound secured by McCorkle. He was a little frustrated. He couldn't get the shot to go. But he'll get an opportunity to earn 2 points at the charity stripe. 1:06 left in this third quarter. Foul goes against Jack Fulbright. His first. 7th on the team, so any fouls the rest of the way lead to free throws.
Stiles has 11 points so far tonight. Boy, I tell you what, the height.
Got the rebound, extra possession. Camden Thompson puts it in. Another steal. They feed it inside to McCorkle. A little quick burst for Greenwood Christian Academy. Quick pass, beautiful feed, and one. Tony Flack going to the line for an old-fashioned three-point play. Great awareness there by Shelton, too. He had a chance at a one-on-one layup, instead saw the better matchup with a wide-open cutting Tony Flack. He puts in the bucket. Flat, short.
You heard it.
Rebound corralled by the Cougars. Pass in the corner, three in the air. Three through the bottom of the net. Give that one to Blake Shoemaker. His first basket of the ball game, if I have that correctly. Lead down to 20. Warriors looking for an answer. Mid-range, Fulbright, no. Put back, Shelton, yes.
Got to block out.
Final seconds of this third quarter. McCorkle picked his dribble up in a tough spot. 10 on the game clock. Drive by Thompson, lays it up and in off the window. Used it that time, Coach. Final 5 seconds, Flat has to push. Gives it ahead, Shelton with one. Three in the air. I want to know if that would have counted so badly because that looked like the same shot as that first quarter where might have gotten off after the shot clock expired. It's a moot point in this one, though. Covenant Christian well in control heading into our final quarter of play. They lead it by 20. Stay with us. You're watching High School Hoops on Indiana SRN.
More fixing, more finding, more being original. Unique like this, trendy like that. More designing this, arranging that. More saving, and then more making it happen. More of your space looking like this, and more of you feeling like that. More excitement, more savings, more furniture, more rugs, more flooring. More affordable luxury from RG Decor.
Hey, don't forget to join us tomorrow night. We have slew games for you. They start with a boy-girl doubleheader, Anderson and Tech. Jimmy and I have that broadcast for you starting at 6 o'clock. Traders Point taking on Edgewood, Sean Craw, and Jeff Jeffries on that game. And then Franklin Central and Guerin. Bill Ludlow and C.J. Benberry on that game for you all tomorrow night right here on Indiana SRN. Games for you on Saturday. Check out our website, indianasrn.org.
Pass inside is gathered by Isaiah Davis. He puts it up and he puts it in. Makes this an 18-point game. On the other end, the Warriors able to find a wide-open man in Brock Buckley. Nice work down low. Puts it up, puts it in. He's got 11. Lead back to 20. Coach, I don't want to necessarily call it insurmountable, but it's going to have to be a perfect of perfect quarters for Greenwood Christian Academy.
Yeah, you can't miss many. And then you have to play defense as well.
McCorkle gives to the senior and Thompson. Had 4 points in that third quarter. Thompson feeds
nice.
McCorkle on the cut. Styles McCorkle puts it up and puts it in.
I like his game, don't you?
Been a lot of fun to watch in spurts tonight. This is a tough opponent. No doubt about that in Covenant Christian, but looking forward to seeing him as the season goes on.
Ashley rests the shot.
McCorkle, make him pay, layup up, won't get it to go. Rebound, though, cleaned up by Davis. Davis done a lot of work on the glass tonight. Lead down to 16, he's got 8 points. Flat rises and fires for 3. Cannot get that to go. The younger McCorkle, and Cage gets the board.
Well, this is how you can blow that lead very quickly, by just rushing your shots.
Pass in the corner. They'll go baseline, layup up, no. Rebound secured by the Warriors. Michael Wilson is fouled just past the half-court line by Stiles and McCorkle.
That's Stiles' 4th foul. That could hurt you if you're Greenwood.
Yep, only get 5 to play with before you're DQ'd at this level. On the drive, extra pass. What a find by Michael Wilson. Looked like he froze the defense completely. Able to dish it out for the pass. Basket's good. 12 points for Crane. Skip pass. Little pump fake, little hesitation. 3 in the air. Great defense by Flat to come back, and now he's got numbers. 1-on-2. Gives to Wilson. Puts it up, lays it up and in like a gentleman off the glass. Lead is 20.
Now, if I'm playing, I'm going for the layup.
You and me both. Unless they got a trampoline set up. 12 points now for Wilson. Shot off the mark. Skying high for the board is Buckley. They call a foul, I believe, against Greenwood Christian Academy. Somebody's very excited about that. Could hear 1 or 2 fans. I don't know if it was a coach, whoever it was.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody's very excited about that.
You're right.
Foul on Camden Thompson. Up the floor come the Warriors. Wilson, little pump fake. Ran out of space. Oh! Thought he ran out of space, but instead he found Brian Lomax using the long arms.
Where was Lomax at? Lomax was hiding.
Lead is 22. Almost another turnover. It'll be tapped out of bounds. I believe last touch by Flat. Covenant Christian.
Averaging 70 points a game. 70. Folks, you're going to win a lot of basketball games.
Read my mind. In addition to that, Coach, the way Covenant Christian's playing right now, you think they remember that collapse that they had at home last year?
I think Mr. Flat reminded them very quickly.
Left side triples off the mark. Rebound to the Warriors. Up ahead to Lomax. He'll lay it up and can't get it to go.
Good defense down there. Chased the ball down the floor. Nice job, Greenwood.
Man, I thought for a second Lomax was going for a tomahawk there, but instead he finger rolled it at the last second. Off the miss. That shot won't go for Davis, and a timeout.
Nope, got an injury probably down the floor.
Officials timeout.
Yeah. Might be hurting down there.
Yeah, we couldn't see from our vantage point, which for me has been a time or two tonight. We couldn't see from our vantage point how that injury happened. We just hope the young man's all right. As it is a 22-point advantage for Covenant Christian in this one, with 4:32 left to go in the fourth.
How about this rundown for you, Jimmy? Anderson and Tech doubleheader starting at 6 o'clock. Edgewood and Traders Point at 7:30. Guerin Catholic at Franklin Central at 7:30. Saturday, and of course, on Saturday, 1:30, Covenant Christian and Greenwood Christian girls. Get to see Izzy Reed, and I tell you what, she's the real deal, folks. Fort Wayne Southside takes on Heritage Christian girls at 2:30. Covenant Christian and Babuff, the game Jimmy and I have, at 7:30 on Saturday night.
Coach, that's got to cost somebody a fortune to be able to watch that kind of lineup, right?
They're all free,
Man,
Jimmy. They're all free.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hit that donate button. Help us out, but they're all free.
Yeah, the more donations received, the more opportunities we have to give these young student athletes an opportunity to showcase their talents on the floor. That's Brock Buckley. Lays it up and lays it in. Lead balloon to 24 with 4:18 to go. 3 in the corner. 3 is buried by Isaiah Davis, extending the range that time. There'll be a foul against Greenwood Christian Academy. Go against Davis. Front end of the 1-and-1 off the mark.
You know, what threw him off was probably the pass that the official gave him at the knees. Wilson gets called for the foul there.
Very ticky-tack. His fourth. 1-and-1 in effect for both teams. 8th team foul on Covenant Christian. Front end is good for McCorkle. He'll have one more. Give him 16. Make it 17 on the evening.
Mr. Smooth, I like him.
Strong play overall tonight by Styles McCorkle.
He can play. I think he could play the next level, Jimmy. He could help somebody.
I wouldn't disagree. Flat shots long off the mark. Now it's turned into a wild back and forth as that layup is put in and good by Wilson. (75-54). 21-point advantage. Skip pass is going to be almost taken away by Wilson. He'll tap it out of bounds.
That's a pretty good athletic ability. You tip the ball out a little bit, and then you just misjudge the ball. The ball goes out of bounds here. Here comes the bench. I mean, they don't lose any players at all. I mean, Covenant Christian is 10 deep.
I will say there are certain legs of the bench, though, that you can tell when we're in winning time.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
But they don't lose much on the day-to-day rotation as long as you're leaving all 5 out there, which for the most part, or at least 4 of the 5 starters out there, which for the most part, they've done so. That's Flat still out there. On the drive, lays it up, lays it in, and put him on the line. Been waiting for an impact play from Trey Flat. They have not really needed him tonight, at least in that regard of making those type of dribble drive plays that he does. We'll have a chance for an old-fashioned three-point play, though. Should be noted, as we take one more look at that, Coach, I'll hold the thought and let you dive in.
How about that? And in the contact, he will make sure he falls down. He is Brian Cardinal through and through.
There you go. Got to give a shout-out to the custodian.
Yeah.
Should be noted, Flat, the only starter still out there. So they are rolling with the rest of their depth, leaving Trey out there.
Well, he's the captain.
For some minutes, sure.
He's an all-star candidate. I would think that would be the right thing to do.
McCorkle, a little Euro.
Yes. Talk about
that was called a travel in the first half. He lays it up and lays it in that time.
Well, it's 78-56.
Sure. Flat to the rim. Split 2 defenders and put it in.
Is that Trey?
It was. He knocks it down off the glass.
The angle got me.
I've been there. Been there many a time tonight. Right side. Works it, does McCorkle. Wants it back, feeds it inside. Davis is fouled on the floor. It'll be bonus opportunity anyway, so 1-and-1 free throws upcoming for the Cougars.
How about Woods in the game tonight for Greenwood? That's how deep he's gone. Devon Woods. You look at this ball club, the only sophomore they have is Tony Flat, 2 juniors, Buckley and Jack Fulbright. Everybody else is seniors. So this is a very heavy senior-laden team for Covenant Christian. On the other hand, Covenant Christian, Greenwood has a few, 6 seniors, but a really nice sophomore group of kids.
Yeah, we talked about it. Greenwood Christian Academy lost more a year ago, at least it looks like on paper, with a team that went 24-1 before things were shut down due to the pandemic. But they've got plenty of bright spots on this roster where another deep run is very feasible. Shot off the window, off the mark, rebound by Devon Woods. Flat. Kicks it to the top. Fulbright wants it. He puts it in. Trey Fulbright getting in the box score, knocking down the triple. Lead of 27. And I believe a foul is going to occur away from the basket. If not, it's 3 seconds. Let's see. It is a foul away from the basket, and it'll lead to free throws for Greenwood Christian Academy. Coming up next for the Cougars, again, all things are fluid with this scheduling amid the COVID-19 pandemic, but their next game on the docket is 2 days from now, where they travel to Lutheran. That's a 7:30 tip.
That's a nice little rivalry.
On the other side of things, next up for Covenant Christian will be a game that Coach and I will be on the call for. That'll be a matchup at Brebeuf Jesuit, also a 7:30 tip.
Circle City Conference game. They win that one. They're 2-0 in the conference.
Got that one starred and circled on the calendar.
That's a good ball club, that Brebeuf ball club. Coach Howard has done a nice job. They took a tough one against Cathedral the other night, but the Braves will be ready for them.
The mat over on the baseline.
It's been on the floor more than anybody else on the floor.
$1:30 to go. Jaden Ashley working. Fulbright in the corner. Thought about another triple.
I think he was going to let it go.
Thought he was going to pull. Fulbright in all kinds of trouble. And they're going to say he either stepped on the end line or traveled. I'm going to trust you as the former official. I couldn't see what the official called. But
not a problem. I'll help you out there.
You. Turnover gives it back to the Cougars.
Now, if you're a Greenwood Christian Academy fan, we have the girls against Covenant Christian on Saturday. We welcome that you enjoy it. The game time is at 1:30.
That shot's good by Cage McCorkle, and the Cougars force a steal as well. Here at right. Gives over to Camden Thompson with 1:10 to go. Thompson on flat. Gives over to Reed. The younger McCorkle fades, can't get it to go. Rebound Luke Shelton. Up ahead, Fulbright all by himself. A finger roll up and in. Thought he might try to throw it down. He's got 5 in the quarter. Fun times all around for Covenant Christian. A 26-point advantage. They've had their way from the get-go tonight. Here's another steal. Shelton up ahead, puts it up, and he's fouled. That time looked like he was thinking dunk on the gather there, Coach.
I just like how Cage McCorkle said, "Not in my house, please."
Nope, he was not about to have a flush like that happen in his home gym.
I love that as a player and a coach.
If you can't win the margin late in this game, you're playing for pride at the very least.
Exactly, and you got to war, and that's just enthusiasm of that player.
Shelton first free throw. That was good. Puts it in. Had to get a little redemption off the iron on this angle. One more for the senior. That one is good as well. 87-59. A wire-to-wire victory for Covenant Christian. One tie early, 2-2, but other than that, they pretty much coasted through. Layup there by the Cougars. A flush attempt by Devon Woods. Could not gather it, though.
You got to be able to palm the basketball.
It was tough. It was a tough gather. There was some defense there. That three is short. Final seconds. McCorkle puts it up, puts it in, and that will end this ball game with a final score of 87-63 in favor of Covenant Christian. Well, Coach, we talked about it coming into this ball game. In this series, which dates back 2 seasons, this its third meeting, it had been all Greenwood Christian Academy. And last year was arguably the worst of all of those matchups because it was a collapse by Covenant Christian on their home floor. I'm not going to say that Covenant Christian on paper might not have the better roster right now, as both these teams are very talented, but it's clear that point of emphasis was mentioned to them, as you mentioned, at the very least by Coach Flatt and company. A little reminder, a little nudge, and they put together the big-time win well north tonight.
I think that 23-10 first quarter cushion helped them a little bit through that, but I tell you what, that third quarter where they were scoreless last year, they ended up with 23 points in the third quarter. I think that's the exclamation point. Greenwood, though, folks, they're the real deal. They'll be all right in 1A. They open up with Lutheran. They play Lutheran on Saturday on the 12th, and they play Bethesda, and then they play in the holiday tournament. So those are 2 conference games they need to get. So right now they're sitting okay. Covenant Christian, this is a great victory for them. Now they got to get ready for Buff. So the tough thing, you play Thursday, you turn around and you play Saturday. You don't play Friday night, so you got that day of practice on Friday to get you ready.
As Coach mentioned to it, for Covenant Christian, it'll be a broadcast we have on Saturday. They will travel to Rebuff Jesuit for a fun contest. You're not going to want to miss that. Next up for Greenwood Christian Academy, they will take on Lutheran on the road on that same Saturday. Both those contests, a 7:30 tip. Tonight, Greenwood Christian Academy falls. They'll drop to 1-2 on the season. Meanwhile, the perfect season continues. 2 games early here for Covenant Christian, but they remain undefeated at 2-0 on the year, taking care of business tonight. For the coach, Keith Myers, we want to remind you all to be sure to stay tuned to indianasrn.org for all of our lineups and schedules. Coach, was there any you wanted to highlight before we step away?
Just a lot of basketball this weekend on Indiana SRN. We'd really like you to check that out. And, again, thanks to the athletic directors. Jimmy, it's been a lot of fun. For a kid who played basketball for me in 6th grade, now he's the AD. I feel kind of old, but join us again, will you, please?
That's a really cool story, and I'm sure we'll continue to tell cool stories as this season unfolds. We want to, again, thank our producer, Ben Wood, and as always, my color commentator tonight, the great Keith Myers. For our entire staff and crew, I'm Jimmy Cook saying again, our final in this one, Covenant Christian improves to 2-0 on the year, victorious at Greenwood Christian Academy, 87-63. And until we talk to you next time, so long, everybody.